Hey, what's up, my Radical Squad? My name is DelmarshaeWalker. Welcome back to my channel, and I hope everyone is having a great day today. In this video, I want to talk about weight loss and what can be stopping you from either starting a weight loss program or actually losing the weight and keeping it off. When it comes to weight loss, there's no such thing as one size fit all. It's going to be different for everybody, and it's different things that play into you either losing the weight or actually reaching your goal and keeping it off. One of the factors that can be is a fear. You can use your weight as a protection. You may have been in a physically abusive relationship, mentally, emotionally, something traumatic may have happened to you in your life. And when that happened, you may have, throughout the years gained the weight. And you found that now that you have added the weight on, it's kind of a protection. It kind of stops people from getting close to you. So if a person can't get close to you, therefore they can't hurt you. So it becomes, all this weight that you're carrying, it becomes a protection from past experience that you have had. And so when you find yourself losing the weight, it's almost like you're losing that protection, and that can bring on a fear, that can bring on anxiety and cause you to put the weight back on, or just kind of like hit a plateau where you reach a certain amount of weight loss, even though you're still working out, even though you're still doing everything. On the subconscious level, your body is not allowing you to lose that weight, because you feel like, if I lose this weight, I lose my protection. I will lose that barrier that's keeping people away from me. And it can also be used as an excuse for, if this person, if this person reject me, they didn't reject me, they rejected my weight. Or if this person said something to me or treated me wrong, they didn't do that to me, they did that because of my weight. So it can be used for a protection, as well as a reason for you not either accomplishing something, or if I was smaller, I would have accomplished this goal, or I would have got this job, or I would be in this relationship. So it can become an excuse, and it's hard to get rid of that unless you kind of like deal with it on a psychological level first. Or you can do it as while you're actually, you can work on both. Work on the issue that you're dealing with, as far as why you need that barrier between yourself and people, or why you need that excuse between yourself and other people while you're working on your weight loss as well. The second is just feeling rejected. Sometimes you feel like, you know who you are as a person, but if someone says to you, oh, if you lost weight, you'll be more attractive. Oh, if you lost weight, you can get a date. Or if you lost weight, this, that, or the other. So it's almost like a feeling of being rejected, because it's like they're not rejecting your weight, they're rejecting you. So it's like, if you truly like me as a person, you'll like me at this size. If you truly love me as a person, you would love me at this size. If I was good enough, I would be good enough at this size. So it becomes almost like a tug of war of control and will. I'm going to prove to you, or I'm going to prove to everyone, that I'm good enough at this weight. I don't have to lose weight to be accepted. I don't have to lose weight for people to care about me, or for people to love me. I'm going to, prove to you that someone will accept me at this size. And so it becomes a will, even though the weight is unhealthy, and the person may be telling you you need to lose weight because of health reasons, and it has nothing to do with you on a personal level. It can feel like rejection, because now you're saying, if I lost the weight, my life would be better, or if I lost the weight, my life would get better. And so you're not hearing the medical reasons that you need to lose weight. Is more or less, I'm good enough just as I am. And then another issue that some people are dealing with when they're trying to lose weight, it becomes a control issue. a lot of times you see, okay, like just say a person is healthy and they get sick, then they'll start having people come, either to their house and check on them. Hey, I heard you were sick. How are you doing? And they start getting this attention. Or if they end up in the hospital, then people go to the hospital. Oh, I want to come check on you, make sure you're okay. Can I get you anything? Can I bring you anything? And they kind of get all this attention from being sick. Well, some people, it's the same way when they're overweight. It's like, oh, I can't do this because I'm overweight. I need your help for this. Oh, I can't do this. I can't dry myself because my knees hurt, because of the weight. Could you help me? So it's always you need someone around you to help you because of your weight. So it becomes this attention grabbing thing. And it also becomes a control thing because now you're controlling other people in your life. If someone wants to leave and go, to the movies, oh, you can't because who's going to be here with me? I don't want to be left by myself. Suppose something happened, who's going to help me? Or suppose I need to, need help going to the bathroom. So it's like some people will have this weight, keep this weight on as an excuse for saying, I need help and you need to stay around me, so they can still get all this attention. They're getting attention from the doctors every time they go to the doctor. How are you doing? With some people, even though it may be like negative attention, but some people feel like any type of attention or anything to have people around them or have people concerned or caring about them is better than nothing. And so some people might, be overweight for that reason, because they don't want to let go of that attention. They don't want to be alone, and they feel like if I lose weight and people see I can do things for myself, or I no longer need this help, they will leave, and they don't want that to happen. So they use their weight, being overweight, being unhealthy, as a reason to have people around, have people concerned, have people like checking on them, making sure, are you sure you're eating right? Are you sure you're taking your medication? And they do that as a form of, it's like control, manipulation, type of thing. And then another thing is, it can be a form of control, as far as sometimes in every aspect of your life, you're doing what everyone else wants you to do. You're doing what your job wants you to do. You're doing what your husband, your wife, your kids, your mother, father, other family members, you're doing, friends or whatever. You're the type of person who aims to please everyone else, but not yourself. And no one really, asks you how you're doing. And so food can be almost like a pleasure, it's like you kind of form a relationship with food, because food doesn't ask you for anything. It gives you joy. It makes you happy. And a lot of times those type of people who loves food, have a relationship with food, they don't want to eat with anyone else. They would rather get their food, go home and eat by themselves, whether they're going to sit in front of the TV and eat, whether they're going to get comfortable in their comfortable clothes, be in their bed and eating. It's the relationship they got with food, that the food wants nothing from them but other than to give them happiness, other than to give them joy. So I'm out of control with my real life, and this is the only control I have. And so you eat food for pleasure reasons, to fill that void that you're not getting from other people. And so sometimes people use food in that way. And then another thing when people are overweight, when it comes to food, a lot of times you see people, like when they talk about holidays, it's all about gathering around food. It's the 4th of July, picnics, barbecue, food. Some people, their way of expressing their love to their family is cooking. We had, at the Sunday dinner, we had this big dinner that was prepared. And some people, it's like the whole family and friends, it's all about food. Let's get together, go out to this restaurant and eat. Let's get together and cook together. And it's with some people, it's truly an expression of love. And then if someone's there that's saying, okay, I'm unhealthy, it might be the whole family that's unhealthy, or the majority of the family or friends that's unhealthy. And they're saying, okay, I want to be healthy. I want to get into shape. I want to start eating right. It's almost like they're rejecting their family or rejecting their friends, because now it's like, oh, I don't want to eat that. And the person who prepared the food is now feeling hurt, because it's like, I'm trying to share this meal with you and you're rejecting it. And they take it as you're rejecting them as well. But you're just rejecting the food. And when you're trying to tell them, hey, I want to get healthier, I want to eat right, I'm overweight, it's almost like you're pointing fingers at them, like, I'm like this because of you, or you need to, it becomes an issue. And you think it would not become an issue, but sometimes it can become an issue with friends, when you're now telling your friends, well, no, I don't want to go out to eat. Or you may suggest a restaurant that has more healthier food that your friends don't want to go to. Or y'all may have shared dishes together, that looked good, you order this, I order that, and then we kind of eat off each other's plate. Now you're sitting there with something that no one wants to eat from, your plate. And it's like you change the whole dynamic of your friendships, and you change the whole dynamic of your family and your other relationships. Because when you're involved, it's a circle that you're in, that even though you're making changes to yourself, you're making a decision, I'm going to work out, you're making a decision, I'm going to eat healthy, it's going to affect other people in your life. If you have kids, you might want to start, getting different foods to feed not only yourself, but your kids, because you're looking at, okay, I'm going to get them healthy snacks. They didn't sign up for that, so they might start rejecting it. There might be a pushback. The same thing with a husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. You wanted to, stop eating this and stop doing that. I didn't. So it becomes, it can become an issue to the point that you feel like, why even try? It's like, I'm already struggling trying to get myself moving in the right direction, but I'm not getting support from friends. I'm not getting support from my family. All I'm getting is pushback, or they're bringing unhealthy food around me, or food that they know I'm no longer eating. They're bringing that to the house. They're putting that in front of me. It's becoming too much of a temptation that I can't handle. And so sometimes they just throw in the towel. Or they can just, and sometimes people, as soon as you say you're going to have to change the way you eat, some people feel like they're not going to get enough to eat. They feel like they're going to be hungry all the time, and they don't want to feel like that. So sometimes they feel like, I don't, as soon as they start feeling hungry, it's like, no, I can't take it, and they go get something to eat. So it's a lot of psychological play that can be it's a lot of psychological reasons that can be in play as far as why a person struggle with losing weight or struggle maintaining the weight loss. And so that's why it's very important to not just look at it as one-dimensional, not just look at it as you need to work out and you need to change the way you eat. It's also dealing with mental stress, how to deal with other people in your life that may not be on board with you losing weight. Sometimes jealousy plays into that. It's a lot that goes on into that has to be dealt with, along with the working out, along with the eating, in order to have true success, to be able to sustain that in order to continue with that success, for 1, 2, 3, 5 years, 6 years, and never gain the weight back. So I just wanted to come on with that, and peace.